Hey everyone, it's John Barrett with Level Up Your Leadership, where I'm going to help you with a visual leadership lesson so that you can be your best. I want to talk about thermostats and thermometers. Now, think about this. If we think about what a thermometer is, and a thermometer just has the ability to kind of read the temperature right here, and that's all it has the ability to do. It kind of lets you know that, okay, we're at about 90 degrees, and all it has the ability to do is read what the temperature is. However, a thermostat is totally different. It's got buttons on it where you can go up, you can go down, and all of a sudden now it has a reading of what the temperature may be, and you can change the environment. And this has a lot to do with leadership, because I think there's a lot of leaders that are more like a thermometer type leader. They just read the temperature, they just reflect the environment, but they don't have the ability to control the environment and to bring about what it needs to do in order to change the environment around it. And think about this. Thermometer type leaders, they just kind of sit around and think about, well, these are the problems, these are the issues, and don't really know what to do about it. They just reflect whatever it is. And it's kind of like the obvious. But thermostat type leaders, they change the environment. They literally hit the buttons up and down, and they begin to guide the conversation. They bring energy to the table. They bring everything that's necessary in order to bring about the right outcome. When the environment in the room is not going well and it's kind of going up and there's a lot of heat in the room, a lot of conflict, a lot of things going on, a great leader is able to kind of dial up and down and help guide and help bring this kind of next level of communication and bring people together, facilitate different people and conflict that's going on, bring about solutions, drive towards results, and say, okay, well, what do you suggest that we do moving forward here? They ask great questions. They lead with questions. That's what a thermostat type leader is. But as I've worked with leaders for over 25 years, I see a lot of people that are more like the thermometer. And they literally, if the meeting is boring and not going well, what do? They just kind of reflect that same environment. And they just say, yeah, that meeting was a waste of time. And I think, well, what did you do to change the environment? What did you bring to the table to lift up the meeting and make it everything that it could be? Were you a thermometer or were you a thermostat type leader? Did you dial in the buttons in yourself and bring the energy? Listen, you can't go to an environment being a thermostat leader and not be able to help affect change around you. Thermostat type leaders, they bring energy, they bring focus. They're willing to put themselves out there. They speak up. They literally hit the up and down arrow. They know when they need to kind of amp up the environment and the energy. They know when they need to bring it down and just listen and let people talk and navigate through different conversations that are going on. So you've got to ask yourself, are you just reflecting the environment? Are you just showing up? And if the energy's high, you'll kind of have high energy. But if the energy's low, you just kind of go along with it and you check out and disengage. What are you doing when you show up to meetings, when you show up to work each day, whether that's virtually or in person? What are you doing to be a thermostat type leader? How do you kick off meetings? How do you kick off interactions with people? When you're talking to the team, what do you do? Everything that you do as a leader, you've got to be understanding that you are setting the temperature of what's going to happen. So I want to challenge you. Do not be a thermometer type leader. Be a thermostat type leader. Figure out the buttons that you've got to hit in your life. The things that you need to do in order to lean in. Because every moment that you show up, you are affecting change. You are doing something to make a difference. So I want you to take advantage of it. Be the kind of leader that sets the tone for the team, that sets the direction, that gets the focus, and you begin to fill the gaps on what's needed. When we need to de-escalate, you're able to do that. When you need to amp things up in energy and engagement, you bring it and you begin to amp that up. Be a thermostat type leader, and you're going to raise your influence, your effectiveness, your impact, everything that you do. Now go check out the leader guide where you can talk about this kind of group discussion guide where you can talk about what kind of organization are we? Our department, who are we? Are we thermostat type people or thermometer type people? What are we doing? And get your team to talk about this so that everybody can become more like a thermostat where you're helping to all regulate and get on the same page. Go check it out. Reach out to us today so we can help take you and your team to the next level.